away from it. And I have avoided areas, and I don't think that they're doing the protesting stuff there. And it wasn't just protesting. I mean, there was like a lot of violence in Ocean City too. I hate to use the word protest. Like, if you're gonna be pulling out mace, and not the police, but I mean, if the person who's protesting is gonna be pulling out mace, weapons, anything that they're gonna be smashing a storefront with or hitting somebody, you're not protesting anymore.
You're right. It's just complete. You're being a I'm not gonna say a juvenile delinquent, but you're being a delinquent. Whether you're an adult or
Hmm.
whatever. But and no, I agree. There is a stark difference, and I can understand why you don't want to use the word protester, because protester traditionally, in a traditional sense, is someone who is peaceful, airing their grievances, whether it's against an organization or a government. And yes, that is true. So I think that's why the media is trying to always caveat with peaceful protesters. It's like, yeah, let's no, no guy, no, no. They're
And there
demonstrators.
were some, and it's unfortunate because there really is like there is some truth in what Black Lives Matter is saying. There is some truth in some of this that's happening, but then they go overboard, and then they make these bizarre. They get more physically violent. They get into other areas. They make it about parties instead of about reality. Like, there is just as much discrimination between other colors or skin tones, and there's just as much discriminations going on of skin tones in both parties. And when one group is trying to make it about, like, oh, if it's a Republican thing, it's not. It's everywhere,
It's everywhere.
and
Yeah,
it's
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 everywhere.
across the
Everywhere under the
entire
one.
world. Yeah, I mean, and it's, when you're in India, it might Wheatish lives matter compared to fairish lives, or compared to olive lives. It's and so, I mean, discrimination is a real problem that really does need to be addressed, but it needs to be addressed, one, with love, and two, with education, not with taking some sort of blunt object and smashing a storefront.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree. And I think a lot of people that I've talked to on the streets, they say they're talking, and it's time for action. And it's like, okay, I would entertain that thought. We're past the point of talking. It's time for action, but the action that you're taking is inconducive to what it is that you're trying to, the message that you're actually trying to convey. If you're burning down mom and pop, you know, rib shack, that has nothing to do with police brutality and police violence. Like, what are you doing now?
Yeah.
Now you pissed off mom and pop, so they're gonna be on the side of police because they're like, yeah, you deserve it because you burned down my store. So I think in the course of what's going on, the with the violence aspect of it, we're actually we're feeding fuel to the fire for police to act the way that they're acting towards people. Because now you have people saying, "Oh well,
And
yeah, a window. I broke a window, but I shouldn't have been shot." You broke a window. No, you should not have been shot, but you were shot as a result of you breaking windows and you pissing people off in the process. So nobody's gonna really care the fact that you got shot. Unfortunately, you got shot, but in the climate that we're in right now, oh well. And we're starting to see that now. That's why the media is actually particularly seeing. So, final question for you. But one of the final questions. One of the final questions. What is your actual personal experience and yeah, your personal experience and assessment of race relations in your community and just like in your area in general socially? And we're back recording now. It came back up. So thank God.
um I've had some mixed experiences here. I want to first say up front that, I think that it was great that the Republican Party let me be their candidate. Some of the people at the top are incredibly nice to me. Some of the people in the middle and at the bottom that supported me all the way through. It's great. Um, One of the things that really stood out was there's a some news Republican group that they had these surveys about people that were running and comments, and then there was a lot of comments that would just say up front, not Fukan, she's not a Christian. We want a Christian. Like there was like some sort of like immediate like because I have tan skin or I like yoga that I somehow don't think that there's salvation or Christ or that I never go to church. I actually like to go to Orthodox Easter um and I have Bibles, you know, like it was it's it's not like uh black discriminating that. And I've seen that in my community. I've heard people yell niggered out their cars at other people. Like I've witnessed, I'm not black, so I haven't been called that. But then like I've heard like other people being called that, and then I've gotten like a lot of like at the TSA they always like think that my hair has like got like bombs in it or something because like I'm wearing a scarf on my head when it's cold. Airports are cold. um
Wow.
and so there's uh there's often like some bizarre interact, but it's not, again, it's not the Republican Party. You know, I want to make that clear that, you know, there was like some odd comments like that that know me and they were just like making this weird stuff up. But you know, there's still a lot of lovely people in the party.
Yeah, I I've been in the, I guess you could say, in the GOP for 25 years, and I've seen, and I honestly can say I've seen more, I guess, racism and anti-Semitism. I've seen more vitriol. I would just put it like that. I've seen more vitriol come from Democrats than I have Republicans in my all my 25 years. More, because as soon as they find out, because they make, first off, they make assumptions that when I walk into the room or we're having a conversation, they make the automatic assumption that I'm a Democrat and I'm on board with everything that they're saying. I just sit there and I listen. And then when I say something totally opposite or something totally different, or I let it be known that I'm a Republican, oh, you coon, and then I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Just 5 minutes ago, you were saying how Republicans are racist and everything else, but here you are. I guess you're a Republican today. You know, if that's the game we're gonna play, how did I treat you the whole time of this conversation? Treated you well. I was respectful, but I'm a Republican. But you, on the other hand, did something totally opposite. You are displaying exactly what you accuse us of doing, and they just sit there and I go, hmm, and I find it funny. So, I get your point that it's not always Republicans, or it could be, they could be Republicans. They think they're Republican just because they wrote down that they're Republican, but in action, and this is what we see, is this is what we call them, rhinos. Republicans in name only, and then you have
Mhm.
dinos, Democrats in name only, and that dinos apply largely to the minority community because in the onset of things, when we look at it, they are very much more conservative than most conservatives are, but they clinch to the Democratic namesake. That's why we call them dinos. It's like you're actually a Republican, but okay, you want you want to say you're a Democrat today, fine, whatever. So I just find that funny. But Angeli, this was great. Tell us how we can follow you, contact you, information on your book so we can buy it, all that good stuff.
Okay, so my campaign website is a free one. It's a Weebly, Chatelle for Children. And then on Facebook, it's Chatelle for Children. I haven't been as active on it, so I quit using the Twitter for it, but you can still reach me on Facebook, Chatelle for Children. And then my yoga practice is Hearts on Yoga. And I have heartsonyoga.com. That's my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. And if there's any businesses that do have something that's, whether it's vegan or environmental, recycling, reducing, reusing, exercise, and so forth, and they want me to try out their product and like make a YouTube video. I do things that are, I think are somehow related to yoga a little bit, or health, or whatever. I have a lot of videos out there on those kind of things. I'm more than willing to look at that. And heartsonyoga.com. I'll have the book on there hopefully in the near future. I'll send a link to you. I'm going to have a an ebook on Amazon, and it's going to be in, they have some sort of like I forget the name of the program, but anyways, it's going to be free for like a couple of days shortly after I release it, and I'll let you know when it comes out for free so you can get the free e-download of it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to that. Thank you for coming on today. With technology, you never know the glitches that you're gonna face, and but we got through it all. I'm gonna figure out a way to try to merge the two videos since it broke up. But if nothing else, it'll be just a part one, part two upload. So it'll be on YouTube and on Rumble sometime today. Stand by. Let me close out the show here. Folks, thank you all for tuning in today. We will be back next Friday, not Monday. Monday, I have some things I have to oblige myself to court and doctor's appointments. But, anyways, thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure as always. I want you all to have a safe weekend. And you can follow me on Twitter, R Perham. I'm on all social media platforms actually. So it's R Perham, RPURHAM. If you want to support the show, support me, donate, and all that good stuff, you can cash at me at the dollar sign RPURHAM 4US. And PayPal is the same handle, R Perham 4US. And we will see you all next Friday. So if you're looking to advertise, be a guest on the show, anything else like that, you can reach out to me and we'll work things out. And take care. God bless you all, and we'll see you all next week.
You are listening to the Exceptional Conservative Network. For more information, go to www.theexceptionalconservativeshow.com.